Today. It's me, Marla Goldberrg. If you don't know who I am a master metaphysician, energy healer, intuitive. I'm a teacher, public speaker, best-selling author, and the creator and host of Guided Spirit Conversations podcast. So I'm coming on to you live today, this morning, Thursday, the 22nd of September, because I wanted to talk about today's show. I am so honored and excited to have Anita Kimbler as my guest today. So Anita, I've heard about Anita for a long period of time. She is, she's incredible. So she's a psychic medium, author of Spirit Guides Speak. She's an energy worker, spiritual guide, and she has classes, workshops, and retreats. She's been doing this for 15 years, though her ability has been with her from early childhood. I mean, we're all, and we've heard me say this before, we all have the ability, we all have intuition, we all have the ability to foresee what's coming down the pipe. The difference is that I'm going to just use the analogy of a window. So her window is wide open and she's able to receive, right? But if your window is closed and you have deep, heavy drapes over it, it's really hard. So what's the metaphor mean? When you're in your head and you're just constantly ruminating and thinking about what's going on, number one, it's not healthy because you just keep bringing more of what's going on to you, especially if it's perceived negative. And, I use the word perceived because what I find horrific, you might not find so bad. And what you find so horrible, I might say, well, I don't think that's terrible. So it's all perception, right? It's subjective, it's perception. And so we all have the ability to receive this. And I'm going to tell you from my experience, I used to be one of those who lived in her head and ruminated and like, woe is me and poor me. And I was so victimized before I started down my path. And now, not only do I know that I'm intuitive, now I know how to receive. I know I'm receiving when I'm receiving. And I don't confuse, like saying, was that real? Now I know it's real. Anyway, that's what we're going to talk about with Anita. We're going to talk about her classes, her workshops, her retreats, how she realized that she needed to be helping people. And I will share from my experience, sometimes Spirit really doesn't give you a whole lot of choice because they will give you some spiritual kicks in your spiritual bahudi, and you'll have no choice but to find the path. And I was one of those as well. Yes, I'm one of a lot. But that's because I was very stubborn and I was very pig-headed. And not that I didn't believe, because I've been having tarot readings since I was 14 years old. I did believe. I just didn't realize that it's in all of us and we all have the ability, and all we need to do is open it up. So join me as Anita and I are going to have an incredible spiritually guided conversation about what she does and how she works with people and how she can work with you, and some stories that will enlighten you as to the miracles that can happen when you allow them to. Well, okay, so where do you find Guided Spirit Conversations? Well, I've got my YouTube channel of the same name, Guided Spirit Conversations, my Facebook page, Guided Spirit Conversations. It's also on LinkedIn and Twitter, and I know it goes out to it streams out to a number of places, like in the UK, etc., around the world. So you're able to tune in live. You know this is an interactive show, so you can send questions that Anita would be happy to answer, or I would also be happy to answer, because my goal for the show is to bring you what it is you need to help you in your life circumstances, to help you in your life's path and your flow. If you like the show, like it, subscribe to it, tell your friends about it, and review it. I would love to know what you're thinking. If you want, if you have a metaphysician, which means psychic medium, anybody in the metaphysical world, a spiritual thought leader that you know and you feel would be a great asset to the show, email me. Let me know who they are or what they do. So, I mean, for example, I mean, some of the like I had Josh Shapiro on, who talks about crystal skulls and is a crystal skull expert. So that's what I'm trying to bring to you. People from outside, possibly your normal sphere, and have really great informational conversations with them so that it enlightens you, brings you information. But again, if you know of anybody, email me at marla@mghealer.com or guidedspiritconversations@gmail.com, and we will respond accordingly. Okay? I'm going to ask that you check out my website at Marla Goldberg, and as you see, Goldberg has 2Rs.com. Check it out. See how I can work with you. I have over 40 techniques of training under my belt, so I come with a lot of guidance and information. Okay, well, I will be back one more time before the show to remind you to tune in at 12 noon Eastern Time. And as I leave you by sending you love, blessings, and gratitude. Know how grateful I am that you're in my life in whatever capacity you're in it. And know that I love you. You are loved, not just by me, not by your friends and family, but you have so many people, so many beings. I know people are such a human words, but so many beings on the other side of the veil who are just rooting for you to succeed and are trying to help you. Here's the thing, they don't have free will. So ask for what you need, you desire, what you need guidance on, support with. Ask for it, and they will conspire to bring that to you. But caveat, and I always leave you by saying this, be open to how it's going to come to you, because it's not linear. So, you might be saying, bring me support. That doesn't necessarily mean that a person's going to walk up to you and tell you something. Now, they might, but you could get the information in a TV show, a song. You might read a statement, and it will give you that big aha moment. So please remember that and talk to your beings. They would love for you to talk to them. They're there waiting for you. And you can ask for a sign, and you will receive it. Again, you need to be open-minded to it. All right, I will see you in a little bit. Until then, as always, stay well and